Hi, I'm Marc Carpio. I'm a graduate of CIAT's associate degree program for computer information systems with a concentration of network and cloud. I'm currently at University of San Diego, where I am an ITS analyst, where I provide a service for our multiple users, whether it be faculty, staff, or student users, in support of software as well as hardware, performing tier 1 and tier 2 duties at the offices. The University of San Diego is a great company and institution to where, they're very Catholic oriented institution. They believe wholeheartedly in their mission in terms of serving others as well as their Catholic beliefs. So that's the company I'm currently working at in terms of providing IC support for all the users here on campus. For myself, I had much of a passion for it. Technology is ever growing. You're never stagnant in it. I feel like I'm always learning, and it's always exciting to hear what's new in technology, as well as the convenience factor, learning about that and how it helps everyday users, solve their problems or whatever they're looking for in terms of convenience. For me, that in terms of software as well as hardware, it always excites me as to what's coming next. And for me as well, looking at more of the automation side of things, like day-to-day tasks, like what is being automated there. Everything as well that has gone on in the past in terms of like file saving storage, are now in the cloud. So that's an exciting thing to roll into, which is what, I'm going to bring up next in terms of my goals, in terms of networking in the cloud. That's something that, is hot at the moment. And that's something that I want to go ahead and pursue. I've always had a passion for, these evolving and emerging technologies, and for me, that's where my head is at. So I first started in Snap-on Diagnostics, doing help desk duties there in terms of software and application support and some hardware. I grew a lot of my familiarity with operating systems as well as software, troubleshooting techniques there. And for me, the growth as far as that goes, in terms of knowledge was expanding, and then from that point, I was able to I felt comfortable enough to go ahead and expand my search and opportunity to other positions. So that's when I found and signed up for USD. I felt like the growth opportunity and learning opportunity there couldn't be missed as far as that goes. So I felt like this institution and company was able to provide me with the tools I needed to, be able to elevate myself to that position to where I can learn, I can go ahead and grow within the company and perhaps expand my knowledge even more. So that's where my growth in IT started as far as that goes. Obviously, it all started with CIAT, landing my A+ and, establishing that foundational knowledge there that helped me land the job and where I'm at. So, I'm very thankful for the opportunity that CIAT has provided me in terms of the knowledge and the experience to be able to pursue this career path. So the steps I took as far as that goes, I went ahead and every day was always a learning day for me, especially so. Going to CIAT first, obviously, obtaining the knowledge needed to be able to pursue this career path, and the professors there, they were awesome in providing not only the knowledge but the experience that they provided in terms of wisdom, how to explore the career path, and steps on what needs to be taken moving next. For myself, I was, once I landed my foot in the door. In terms of landing that first job, I went ahead and, shadowed some of the leads on my previous job, to be able to learn from them, letting them know like, hey, I'm here to learn, whether it be assisting you with documentation, whether it be, troubleshooting, other things, in your day-to-day, responsibilities. to be able to have them delegate some of their responsibilities onto me and to build that trust in terms of communication. And hopping onto that, I was able to build my soft skills as well to be able to, talk with other users and to be able to build those emphatic and communication styles of, those soft skills. For me to be able to do that was a huge growth opportunity to be able to grow in that field. So, once I was able to, kind of nest myself and, grow from there, I was able to, expand to the company I'm in now. So for me, it was a perfect fit to be able to not only, provide, software support and hardware support to users, but to be able to communicate with them, to be able to understand where they're coming from. With all the growth that I've experienced so far, I am thankful for, the initial journey, that started with CIAT. So it's a great experience so far, and I'm looking to expand more. So certifications I've earned was the A+. I'm currently working on my Network Plus, trying to go down the networking route as far as that goes. So right now, I just want to understand. My ultimate goal is to land in the cloud, and I want to go ahead and understand what's under the hood first, before I go ahead and pursue the opportunity to go in the cloud. So, I'm trying to expand my knowledge into the network area of IT, so that, when I go ahead and, pursue the cloud opportunities, hopefully, I'll be able to understand what, the operations behind it, how to possibly troubleshoot it, and to be able to go through those processes and, and hopefully gain some skills along the way while I'm going and pursuing these. So as far as that goes, A+ was the first thing that landed me the job, that gained the foot in the door as far as that goes, and then went from there. So right now for IT, it's ever changing. Obviously, you're not stagnant. You're still constantly learning about these things, and you're wanting to learn more. So as long as you establish that path and you pick your own journey, you kind of know where to go from there in terms of certification. So that's where I'm currently at right now in terms of what I want to study and what certifications I want to land. When I first was a student at CIAT, I went ahead and inquired about the career services in terms of, knowing how to interview, building your resume, as well as establishing that profile online to where recruiters are able to look at your profile and, understanding like how to go about, perfecting that, method in terms of your profile and how to communicate and establish what you want on the job. I mean, I learned it early on. It was great in terms of the class they provided, where it's just like a relationship. You're interviewing them, and you know what you want in terms of a job. So that's the confidence that was instilled in me in terms of practicing all those interviews. And the career services team, they're awesome, and that's how I got to learn how to interview. That's how I generated that confidence to be able to interview without having to be nervous, because I'm interviewing, when they're interviewing you, at the same time you're interviewing them to see if it's best fit for you. So for me, the career services team at CIAT is awesome. So that's a great place to start in terms of learning how to job search, job hunt. So I would advise approaching the career services team in terms of support in that area. Yeah, so in terms of career goals, obviously I want to focus on where I'm at right now in terms of my position. To be able to learn, because I still just recently started, but to be able to learn and expand my knowledge there. My ultimate goal is cloud and networking. So just building that foundation of knowledge first, and then working my way up, up the chain. To not only study, but also demonstrate the knowledge that I've learned, to be able to let my management team know that I'm here and to use me as well, in terms of the skill sets that I'm generating. So, every day is a learning process when it comes to it in this career path in IT. So, for me, it's just wanting to generate the knowledge in terms of landing those certifications as well, the Network Plus, the CCNA. That's where my head is at as in terms of networking. And then, later on, AWS in terms of cloud, cloud variability. I just want to go ahead and learn more about the Amazon Web Services, Azure, as well as cloud, and Google Cloud. So those type of vendors, nowadays I'm just hearing, and picking the brain of my, the current software engineers. We have to wear many hard hats in order to understand how the cloud works. So for me to be able to pursue that, that's my ultimate goal, to be able to be the jack of all trades in terms of cloud. So amazing. So my experience at CIAT, starting from my first class, Professor Stengel, shout out to you. It's having that foundational knowledge in terms of the IT foundation, A+, and then moving on to the servers as well as networking. All the professors there were very knowledgeable, and they had a lot of experience in the industry. There would be times where I would be able to pick their brain in terms of career path and goals and what needs to be done to be having to have my foot in the door in the industry such as this. So, shout out to all the professors that I've had, in the past to be able to, explore this career path. It's just an amazing feeling that, I've come so far, not only just come this far, but I want to go ahead and expand even further. So, I'm very thankful for my experience at CIAT, very thankful for all the staff and faculty members there to, be where I'm at right now. So I couldn't have done it without them. So obviously where I'm at right now, there's challenges every day and learning opportunities. So starting off with, where I'm at my current job, being that I'm recently hired, I'm new, obviously you have to go up the chain here in terms of learning every day and learning day-to-day responsibilities and how to go about it, learning the politics that go behind it as well. And that's something that's always, not going to change for everybody that's trying to come up in any career path. So you're always going to learn something new every day. You're always going to be experiencing something unique and difficult which will require, unique and creative solutions. So, as far as that goes, that is a challenge. Experiences such as this, where you're just coming up new and you're having to prove yourself again. That's always going to be a little bit of a challenge. But as long as you have the will, the want to, then you're able to, overcome it and, obviously display what you want to be. As long as you show that you are. I don't know, how do you say this? Right now, it's glitching out. It's like the end of the day at this time, and but for me, to be able to demonstrate your knowledge, to be able to prove that you're worth it is worthwhile. As far as having to climb up that chain and to be able to be successful in that aspect. In building a tech career, obviously having a passion for it, if you have a passion for tech, then having to explore all the technologies available, kind of, seeing where you want to go in terms of tech. So I would say for me, when I first started, I just wanted to go ahead because I didn't know what I wanted initially. Whether it be networks, whether it be cloud, whether it be servers, stuff like that. So once I took the IT career path at CIAT, I was able to kind of see what excites me. I took the A+. That's more of a general consensus of everything IT. So once I took the exam, I was like, oh, this fascinates me. Networking, the command line, I feel like I'm a wizard. So that for me, that felt very, very exciting. It kind of fueled me so much so that, I wanted to pursue that career path. Not only that, but labbing, kind of applying yourself every day, having that willpower, that want to be able to explore those technologies. So that way, and also, once I picked the path that I've chosen, right now I'm just working hard to prove myself that I made the right decision as well. So I know, like, for IT, you can branch out any other way, but as long as you, kind of find what excites you, then, having that willpower, that want that will, to meet that goal halfway will, take you places. So that's the, advice I would give to, like, all the students starting out, to be able to, lab every day, explore every day, and see and pick whatever technology excites you.